Good morning, children. How are you? Okay, today we will learn lesson number 1, the living world. Second presentation. Yesterday we have learned about the adaptation and classification in plants. Today we will learn about the adaptation and classification in animals. Okay, second part of the lesson number 1. So first of all, we will learn about the adaptation in animals. What is the adaptation in animals, children? So you can see the aquatic animal means an example of the fish. So you can see this, the example of the fish. The skin and body shape of aquatic animals. Aquatic animals about we are learning. The skin and body shape of aquatic animals appear to have undergone changes. Undergone changes are there. They are not like in the terrestrial animals. Some changes are there. Fishes have scales. Fishes have scales on the skin and fins on the body. You can see the picture of fish. They have scales on the skin and fins on the body. Their body tapers towards both its ends. Their body tapers towards both its ends like a spindle. Like a spindle. You can see the picture of the fish. Its body is tapers towards its ends. Now fish. How do fishes breathe? One question is there. How do fishes breathe? Always fish breathe with the gills instead of nose. Fish breathe with the gills instead of nose. We breathe with the nose, but fish always breathe with the gills. You can see the gills are there instead of nose. Their eyes have transparent. Their eyes have transparent eyelids. Eyelids are transparent. They have air bladders within the body to help them to float. Children, how they float, how they survive in the water. So, they have air bladders within the body to help them to float. So, adaptation in aquatic animals we have learned. Now the next. Okay, next is adaptation in forest and grassland animals. Adaptation in forest and grassland animals. You can see the forest animals, tiger, lion, and also bears are there, deers are there, and black buck. Carnivorous animals. There are two types of animals, carnivorous and herbivorous. So carnivorous animals like the wild dog. Wild dog is there. Wild dog means in the wild dogs are there fox, tiger, and lion. Have strong legs to run fast and capture their prey. Okay. They have claws and their canine teeth. They have some specialties in the desert animals. They have claws and their canine teeth are sharp and pointed. Understood? So lion has the sharp and pointed teeth are there. Tigers have padded paws. Tigers, it is a desert animal. So tigers have padded paws. This enables them to slightly stalk their prey and capture it easily. So children, tiger have padded paws. This enable them to silently stalk. Means they catch their prey very silently and capture it easily. Okay. So next is we can learn about the next. Adaptation in forest and grassland also. One more thing is there in the grassland animals. The eyes of behaviors are below the forehead. Okay. The eyes of herbivorous. Now carnivorous we have learnt. The teeth, about the teeth also we have learnt. About the paws, padded paws are there. Now the eyes of herbivorous are below the forehead. You can see the picture of the black buck. The eyes of herbivorous means they depend on only plants, are below the forehead. On either side of head. Okay, this gives them wide angle vision, which helps to protect them from predators, means their prey. Okay, because their eyes are side of the head, so they can see their prey easily. Their legs are long and tapering with strong hooves. Their legs are long and tapering with strong hooves, which enables them to run fast, taking long leaps. Okay, their long and freely moving ears. Their ears are freely moving, can receive sounds from long distances. Okay, and different directions. Understood, children, about the herbivorous animals? Deer and black bucks have colors that merge with their surroundings. Their colors such like the merge with their surroundings. When they go to the grassland, they become the green in color, merge, and when they go in the desert, their color is the brown like desert. Okay, their teeth are strong for chewing tough plant material. Okay, their teeth are strong for chewing tough plant material. Now next, children, we will learn about the next adaptation in desert animals. Okay, desert animals, again we can learn about the desert animals. You can tell me about any desert animal. Example of desert animal is, you can see this about the desert animal. Desert animal means camel, and some rats are there, desert rats are there. Okay, now deserts are characterized by scarcity of water. Okay, desert animals characterized by scarcity of water. There is no water in the desert, children. Hence, desert animals have a thick skin to prevent loss of water. From the body. You know, children, camels eat 30 days of water. If there is no water, it can survive 30 days without water. Their legs are long. With flat and cushioned soles. Their legs are, you can see the picture of the legs in the circle. They are cushioned soles. The nostrils, also their nostrils are protected by folds of skins. Their nostrils are protected by folds of skin. The eyelashes are long and thick. Also. You can see the picture of desert animals, how they survive. Okay, children. Now next we can learn adaptation in animal of snowy region. You can see the snowy region animals are there. Yak and sheep. Sheep are there. White bear is there. Yak is there. So children, yak, polar bear, white fox, silver fox, mountain goat, Siberian husky dog and snow leopard. Compare these images with those of similar animals from tropical forest. A white or silver body color. Their color is always white or silver body color. Long thick hair on the skin are typical characteristics of animals of snowy region. Why they have long hair, children? And thick also, because it helps them to protect them with the cold. Is it clear, children? So we have learned about the adaptation in the animals of snowy region. Now next we will learn about the adaptation in aerial animals. Aerial means they fly in the sky. You can see the picture of aerial animals. So the spindle shaped body of birds. Also minimizes the resistance of air while flying. While they fly, their spindle shaped body of birds minimizes the resistance of air while flying with hollow bones, a body covering of feathers. Its body covering of feather. You can see the picture of the birds with hollow bones, a body covering of feathers, and modification of forelegs into wings. The forelegs, modified into the wings. Their body is light in weight. Their bones are hollow. Their body is light in weight and adapted for flying. Adapted for flying. This, you can understand this. Now, adaptation in reptiles. Children, what is called the reptiles? You can give any examples. Means snake, earthworm, turtles. These are the reptiles. So animals like house lizard. Lizard is also reptile. So animals like lizard, house lizard, garden lizard, crocodile use their muscles for creeping. They creep, no. They have no legs, so they creep. Some turtles also have the legs, so they use their muscles for creeping. Similarly, they show adaptation in skin. Adaptation in skin is there. Soles of feet, body color, etc. For example, the house lizard and monitor lizards have claws, toes. Their toes are clawed and thin soles, whereas snakes have a scaly skin. You can see the snake have their scaly skin. Now, children, we will learn about the adaptation for food in animals. Now see this adaptation, how they get their food. We can categorize animals as behaviors and carnivorous. We can categorize animals as herbivorous and carnivorous. Special adaptation are seen in each. In carnivorous animals, also in herbivorous animals. Special adaptations are there. They have their body shapes. Different body shapes are there. Are seen in each category to make the process of feeding easy. So, special adaptations are seen in each category to make the process of feeding easily. Okay, children. Now we can learn. You can see this. Watch the program, children. I am giving you one homework. Watch the program on channels like National Geographic Wild, Discovery, etc. The National Geographic Wild Discovery also, etc. to learn about the feeding habits of animals like frogs, snakes, birds, mosquito, butterflies, and write on your notebook. This is your home assignment. Okay. So children, today we have learned about what we have learned about, children. Today we have learned adaptation in aquatic plants, also adaptation in grassland animals, adaptation in forest and grassland animals, adaptation in desert animals, adaptation in animals of snowy regions, adaptation in aerial animals, and the last adaptation in reptiles, and the last adaptation for food in animals. Okay, I hope you have understood well. So till then, goodbye children. Bye.